There's a narrative that gets pushed a lot in crypto circles, and especially in the mainstream media. It goes like this. If you care about privacy, you must have something to hide. And in the world of crypto, that often translates to privacy coins are for criminals. Why else would you want to hide your transactions? But let me tell you all something that I believe at my core. Privacy isn't suspicious. Privacy is normal and necessary, and it's for everyone. In today's video, I want to walk you through exactly why privacy coins matter, not just for developers or activists or people living under authoritarian regimes, but for you, for anyone who uses crypto, for anyone who values their freedom, safety, and their right to transact without being surveilled. So let's start with the basics. Most blockchains, like Bitcoin and Ethereum, are completely transparent. Every transaction is visible. Every wallet, every address, every amount. That's all public. That's part of what makes blockchain powerful. It's auditable, it's decentralized and neutral, but there is a downside to that transparency because it means that once someone knows your wallet address, they can see everything, your entire financial history, every transaction you've ever made with that wallet, how much you've held in that wallet, who you interact with, and in many cases, especially with NFTs or KYC-based platforms, they can even link that wallet back to your real-world identity. So let's break that down. Have you ever sent Ethereum to a friend or paid for something with crypto? Well, if the recipient knows your wallet address, they now know your balance of that wallet. They can see your entire portfolio. If they share that with someone else, then that continues for them as well. And that information can be used, misused, or even sold. And that's not just about nosy friends. Scammers use public data to identify high-value wallets, target users with phishing attacks, or spoof transactions to bait interactions. Hackers use blockchain explorers to monitor wallet movements and identify weak points in DeFi protocols. Governments and financial institutions increasingly monitor blockchain data to create blacklists, freeze funds, or limit access based on political priorities. None of that requires a court order. None of that requires your consent. And all of it is possible because the data is public by default. Now imagine if your bank account, your credit card statement, and your payment app history were available to everyone on Earth forever. That's the default setting of most public blockchains. So no, wanting privacy doesn't make you a criminal, it makes you aware. And that's where privacy coins come in. Coins like Monero and Zcash are designed to protect the details of your transactions. They use advanced cryptography to hide the sender, the receiver, and the amount being sent, while still maintaining network security and preventing double spending. In Monero's case, every transaction is private by default, and that's great. And in Zcash, you can choose between transparent and shielded transactions. Other protocols like Secret Network or FIRO are exploring different approaches to bring privacy onto smart contracts, voting systems, and beyond. So these tools aren't for crime, they're tools for consent, sovereignty, and for dignity. And even beyond dedicated privacy coins, we're starting to see the demand for privacy spread across the crypto ecosystem, and we're happy to see that. Before it was sanctioned, Tornado Cash allowed users to obfuscate their Ethereum transactions. It was widely used by developers, DAO members, and regular users who just didn't want their every move tracked. Not criminals, just people with boundaries. Ethereum Layer 2s like Aztec and projects like Railgun are working to bring privacy to Ethereum without sacrificing compatibility. Even Bitcoin has privacy-focused tools like Wasabi Wallet and Samurai, which use CoinJoin technology to break transaction links. And these are critical tools for anyone who wants to use Bitcoin without broadcasting their full financial life to the world. And yet, privacy continues to be painted as suspicious. That framing is not just wrong, it's dangerous. Because when privacy becomes a red flag, that means we're normalizing surveillance. We tell people that it's okay to give up control over their finances. We build a system where compliance comes before consent. And that is not what crypto was built to be. Crypto is supposed to be open, neutral, and permissionless. And part of that neutrality is the ability to choose how much you reveal, when, where, and to whom. So no, privacy coins are not about evading taxes, laundering money, or hiding from the law. They're about reclaiming a very basic human right, the right to move your money without being watched. Because privacy isn't about hiding bad behavior, it's about protecting good behavior from bad actors, from oppressive regimes, from financial profiling, from the slow creep of systems that tell you when and how you're allowed to participate in the economy. So next time someone says, "Why do you need privacy if you have nothing to hide?" Well, you can respond with this: "I'm not hiding. I'm protecting my safety, my dignity, my future. That's not criminal, that's human." Let me know in the comments, have you ever used a privacy coin or privacy tool in crypto? What was your experience like? And what concerns do you have about where this is all heading? And if you want to learn how to safely use privacy-focused tools and understand how they fit into your long-term crypto strategy, check out learningcrypto.com. That's where we go beyond the surface and take sovereignty seriously. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in the next video.